So welcome back to the channel, and in a previous video I had picked up a Fractal Meshify 2 case for $40 on the Facebook marketplace. It's not a bad deal considering how much those cases do tend to sell for. It came with the original fans plus 3 Noctua fans, so pretty decent. Case was in great condition, and my intent was to actually use it for my main rig, but forgot to do a little bit of homework on that and I'm unable to use it, mostly because the GPU length. So I decided to take a bunch of extra parts I've had lying around, put a computer together and try to flip it and make a couple of dollars, but the computer doesn't work. When I go to try to install Windows, it reads the USB thumb drive and it just goes to a black screen and nothing happens. I did some basic troubleshooting, but didn't dive into it a lot, trying different thumb drives, version of Windows, and that's about as far as I went. And I had to walk away from it because this computer got me frustrated. And the best advice I can give to anybody is when you're dealing with an issue, sometimes you gotta walk away from it because you can do more harm than good. So in this video, I'm gonna dive into this and find out exactly what is wrong with it. Now, a lot of people gave some helpful suggestions in the comments. We're gonna try a bunch of those today and see what it really is. So let's take a look at it and let's go over the specs again. So going over the specs, it's an i7-9700, 16 gigs of DDR4 memory. I think it's 2666, RTX 2060, and this is an Asus Z370E Strix motherboard. Nice system. Definitely not the latest and greatest, but definitely a decent system to get you started. Now, one of the issues I ran into it was the original cooler I was going to use, I didn't have the hardware for it and realized that I needed to do a better inventory. And in walking away, it gave me time to organize my stuff, do inventory, and really figure out what I have and what I don't have. So because I didn't have the right hardware for that cooler, I had to go ahead and use this Corsair one. It's an older IQ one. It works and it should get the job done. But that was one of the frustrations I had, just mostly stuff on my part, but also the fact that I put this thing together and, well, it just didn't work. So now it's been probably 2 weeks since I messed with this. Had a bunch of other stuff I had to do and this really wasn't a priority, but I need to get this thing going and figure out what's wrong with it. And like I said, maybe make a couple of dollars. We'll see. So let's go ahead, let's fire up, kind of show you exactly what it's doing. Maybe it would just work magically. Probably not, but that does happen. Let's hit the power button. Pop in my USB of Windows 11. Now I do know this works because since then I've actually used this twice on 2 other laptops. Did I use it on a desktop? Can't remember, but at least 2 laptops it did work with no issue. So let's hit the power button. Turns right on, gives me the screen, and now it should start reading my thumb drive. We get the little circle, but this is where I get stuck. And I've left it for an hour at one point and it still didn't do anything. So let's turn this thing off and try to diagnose it. Now, the first thing I am going to do is hit the BIOS reset. There's 2 pins right over here by the SATA ports on the bottom right of this motherboard. We're just going to touch these 2 pins just for a few seconds, and that should reset our BIOS. That way I don't have to take out the battery. So my suggestion, always first, reset the BIOS. That works more times than not. Let's fire it up again. And it's gonna have to do a whole bunch of, relearn and all that type of stuff, but maybe it's a setting in the BIOS. I think I did try it off camera on the last video, but I can't remember, so I'd rather start here. All right. Okay, it's telling me all my settings have been resetted, I guess. Let's just hit F1 to run setup. Now, I'm not gonna tweak anything or really go through the settings. The only thing I'm gonna do is just save and exit. We'll deal with the XMP and all those other good settings later on. All right, we're back to the circle. Whoa. Okay, so maybe I didn't reset the BIOS in the last video. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, so this changes things a lot and definitely a different direction of the video than I intended, but yeah, I haven't been able to get to this screen and I'm not exactly sure what it was. I'll have to take a look at that other footage and kind of review my notes from the last video, but I'm gonna go ahead, install Windows. We'll put the BIOS at the settings I normally do and see if this thing continues to work. All right, folks, well, she's working. And so far, so good. Installed Windows 11 with no issues. And I decided to run AIDA 64. Been running it on and off for the past hour because I really want to stress this to make sure that there's no issue, particularly with the board, CPU, or memory. And so far, stable. Even the temps are not bad. You probably can't see it because of the glare, but I mean, the highest spike I got to was like 60, 62, not sure how well that comes out on camera, but regardless, this thing has been running solid and I'm very happy about that, but also very confused. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna shut this thing down. I need to plug in the mechanical drive, which I did unplug that when I started having all these issues, so I'm fairly certain that wasn't the issue, but who knows at this point? I'm not exactly sure. Now, I do keep a log of all my builds. I have a spreadsheet with all the different types of builds, who I built it for, the specs and all that type of stuff. And one thing I do keep on the spreadsheet is like, if I put a computer together and I ran into an issue, like, you know, the CPU was overheating or unstable memory, and I was able to fix it and diagnose it with a setting or something like that. That way I have it for my records and for the warranty. That way I know if it's something with the computer or something the customer did, that's something I do. So I went back and looked at it. I did reset the BIOS and I did unplug this. So, yeah, I'm not sure why it's working today, but I'm not complaining. I'll take it, but I would really like to know exactly what happened. So let's go ahead and plug this back in, give it the juice, get into the BIOS by hitting the delete button 4,672 times, no more, no less. Now it does pick up the mechanical drive, 2 terabyte, which that's awesome. Let's see, XMP, sure. All right, let's see if it boots into Windows, or will it crash and get stuck on that endless screen of nothingness? We got the circle. Of course, a Windows update, gotta love it. But yeah, it's doing things that it wasn't doing before, and I have all the settings that I normally put on there. Yeah, it just booted with no issues. Okay, give it a stress. Let's see if it crashes. Does it freeze? Does it do anything? So I'm gonna let this run for a little bit. So I've been running this for 11 minutes. It's solid, the temps are good, and I have no issues with this computer. This was definitely a frustrating one. So I still have some more testing that I'm probably gonna do with it, game on it for a little bit, but for the most part, I'm convinced that the issue I had is, well, gone. And I'm not exactly sure what happened. So let's wrap this up and give you my thoughts. So this one's kind of frustrating, folks. I hate when I have a computer that's not working and then it just all of a sudden just starts working and you can't figure out what the problem was. Going back to my notes, I did reset the BIOS. I did change the CMOS battery, and I did all this prior, and it was still doing the same thing. And the other thing I did think too was possibly the mechanical drives. I've seen this, and I actually have a video on it, where the mechanical drive just shuts down the whole computer, boot looping, just causes a whole bunch of issues. Disconnect it, and then everything works. So I did try that, but I mean, my XMP profile is stable. The temps, even with this little cooler, is good. 65 degrees Celsius is fantastic. No issues with that running AIDA 64. I did do Furmark off camera. Graphics card is testing great. No issues there. So, I mean, the computer's solid and ready to go. I am gonna spend some more time with this, a little more than normal, just because of the weirdness of it. Stress testing it more, gaming, maybe a little video editing with it, some more AIDA 64, just, you know, just to make sure that we're 100%. But I mean, number one, that's the gamble you take with used parts. And number two, better safe than sorry. Like I said, I don't know what was wrong with it. Who knows? It works. That's all that matters. I did think at one point, and I did see a couple of this on the comments, that the power supply might be the issue, but power supply is working fine. And I've run into that where the computer gets a load and it just crashes. Unstable, shuts down, restarts, doesn't do anything, and it's just the power supply just, you know, not giving it the beans it needs, if you know what I'm saying. I'm glad it's working. I do have a buyer lined up for it, and yeah, could finally get out of here and move on to the next project. So with all that being said, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, concerns, criticisms. What do you think was wrong with it? Would you still sell this computer despite having an issue that you really never could figure out what it was? And what other tips or suggestions that you recommend for testing a computer? If you like this video, definitely hit the like button, subscribe if you're not, and as always, we'll see what we come up with next.